You're on.
Hey, our beloved horror fans, it's me, Kylie,
Cass.
and
Brewster.
we are the Horrorcraft Podcast.
Yes, we are. Thank you, Kylie, for doing the intro.
You crushed it, Kylie.
Thanks.
You're a natural.
Yeah.
And the reason Kylie didn't say special guest co-host because this is Brewster's first episode as a recurring co-host. So Brewster is going to appear once a month on the Horrorcraft Podcast and do an episode. Roll. Yes. Boom! There we go. So Brewster is going to be on your screens every month with a different one. So this month we are talking everyone's favorite underground demon monsters. That is Tremors. So this is an exciting one. It's kind of a ragtag group of people because you got Kevin Bacon and then Reba McEntire and
this
you got Joe Dirt's dad, Fred Ward.
Yeah, this was, dude, the biggest one for me was Michael Gross, how you pronounce his name, who the father in Family Ties.
Yeah,
this was such a weird watch for me. I mean, I literally have not seen it since it came out in VHS back, I don't know, 40 years ago. And this was such a weird one for me.
I feel like it's a weird fever dream of a movie too, because a lot of people I just don't think they recognize it as a monster movie.
Yeah.
Because
how? What do you mean?
I feel like people don't look at it as like the real horror that it is. Like, I think people just kind of think I think people just think it's kind of a silly, like,
it is
silly. It is silly, but I think a lot of people think of it as like it's like a horror, like didn't it like just a weird, like, wrong turn knockoff that took even though this is way obviously before Wrong Turn. But
14 years,
yeah. But I think a lot of people just associate with it being like just not a good movie, which is crazy because if you think about like how the whole premise of this movie and how simplistic yet scary it is at certain different times, and obviously it's like made light of because of the humor, it's kind of crazy how underrated this is. Because
I mean, I equate these graboids as like underground snakes.
Yeah, or like underground sharks. All I think about when I think of Tremors is like the movie Dune, where it's got like the big sandworm thing. I'm like, that's big. What?
I'm trying not to interrupt. I'm still on my Mountain Dew. I saw them as evil sandworms from Beetlejuice because they had the extra mouths coming out of their mouths.
Yes.
The whole time I'm watching this fucking movie, I'm like, the fuck? What am I watching here?
It's almost like a fever dream, and then you're watching Reba McEntire come out.
Listen, like, she's a badass in this movie. Okay,
she is. It's just so funny that she just like
fucking Reba.
It's fucking Reba, and she comes out as like this doomsday prepper, like gun-toting, like Reba McEntire, and you're like, you know what? Hell yeah. Yeah.
Her scene with her husband in the movie, again, who we say his name was Michael Groves. We'll say Grow. I saw the movie as a kid, and that scene when they killed the Tremor in the basement reminded me of old school 8-bit Nintendo game called Contra. You just kept firing the machine gun at the giant boss till it exploded. And that's why I liked it as a kid. I was waiting for the monster to explode. So rewatching it now, was it 1990? So what are we in 2025? Was it 35 years later? Yeah. And seeing that it's the dad from Family Ties and Reba McEntire who are the ones inside the basement shooting that fucking thing. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It just seems so weird,
It does. It seems like a really interesting fever dream. So if you haven't watched Tremors at this point, it's not currently streaming for free anywhere. You can find it on Vudu and other platforms. It literally was just on sale on Vudu a couple weeks ago when Kylie and I were together, because I picked it up at that point in time. And I noticed that it was on sale again for 4th of July. So it's something pretty regularly that they put on sale. And normally it's like $5-7 maybe. Totally worth it. So definitely check it out. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So grab your guns. Don't make a sound. Nope. And let's get into Tremors.
Welcome to the Horrorcraft Podcast.
And we are back. Thank you, Tiki, for our intro. If you have not watched Summer Screams at this point, please go and show the Talkin Tapes Summer Scream special some love. Go ahead and link it in the description down below. Because I knew this was going to be an episode with Kylie and Brewster, I decided we're going to play a little game before we really get into this. So we're going to play Would You Rather. So I'm going to throw out some Tremor related Would You Rather, and you guys just let me know what comes off the top of your head. So would you rather be stuck on a rooftop with limited supplies or on a rock in the middle of the desert surrounded by graboids?
Let's take the rooftop.
Roof, limited supplies.
Yep.
I'm gonna say the rock.
Why?
Just because the rooftop, like after seeing that whole scene where the graboid like sucks them down through the roof, I'm just like, you're not as safe. Like the buildings, especially, sorry guys, but the buildings in this movie were not up to code. Okay.
Bro, but I mean, it was a small town in Nevada. It reminded me of the town from Pumpkinhead.
Very much so. Very much so.
You know, it's the town. The town the size of something you'd see in the early seasons of Supernatural.
Yeah.
You know, the backwoods kind of thing that nobody knows about. You know, just a little black speck on a map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I would just rock, because I feel like, especially the rock that they were on, like that was a pretty, like, you know, don't want to say like mountainous, but pretty like rugged area that they were in of Nevada, and those rocks looked really sturdy. So I would want to think that at least you would die of starvation from there, but at least I wouldn't have to worry about a graboid like sucking me down through a building.
Okay, but like, do you have guns on this rock?
Yes. You have guns in both.
Yeah, so you have limited supplies on the rooftop. You have nothing on the rock.
But you have guns.
But she didn't say limited supplies for the rock. She said on the roof with limited supplies or just the rock. Unless the limited supplies thing goes for both of them.
Limited supplies kind of, I think, runs with what Bert was saying, like when they were riding away from his place, where he was talking about like the doomsday supplies that him and Heather. So like the food, the gas, different things like that. I think guns are kind of a given, especially if you got Bert next to you, because I'm sorry, he's going to have some gun somewhere. Like either guns, or when they were on the rock, they had the bombs. So you're armed at least some way, but
I can't believe it's Regan McIntyre. That's fucked up.
Would you rather Try to outrun a graboid barefoot or be stuck in a basement with a slowly dying generator.
Barefoot, because we've all been on the fucking rocks on the beach. You know, when you first go into the water, there's those jagged rocks right there. We've all suffered through that as a kids. Running from those barefoot would be nothing.
I don't know, bro. My feet are very sensitive.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we're talking young me, maybe I would choose the barefoot. But me now, like, I wear slippers in my house. I'm getting a rug specifically by my bed so I could, like, put my feet on the. I don't like my feet, ADHD thing. I don't like my feet hitting the floor.
So if I got a slowly dying generator, I'm going to die. I'm going to use it a lot faster because I'm going to use my last moments to post stuff that's going to piss people off. If I'm running, I don't want to be running because I'd rather just be sleeping on the couch or something like that. So at least I have a quick death coming to me, and it's like, at least it's almost over.
I mean, that's honest.
You know, especially if it's on like a Sunday when I got to go back to work the next day. I wouldn't run very fast. I'd just be like, oh no. I mean,
oh no.
Oh no, they got me.
You got me. You got me, partner.
We talked about that at work. Me and my buddy Brian, we were, this is kind of off topic a tad, but goes with my point, is we were talking about Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom when that guy gets lowered into the molten lava. And it's funny the stuff you think about when you watch that movie as a kid, because when I saw that scene as a kid, my first thought wasn't like, that's freaky or that's going to, the guy got his heart ripped out. My first thought was, boy, if I was in there, I'd just be thinking, well, at least I don't got to go to school tomorrow. So the same holds true for running from a graboid. I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to punch you in the mouth. So just do what you got to do.
So this is a redundant question, and I think we're all going to have the same answer on this.
All right.
Would you rather have survivalists like Bert and Heather as your apocalypse neighbors, or a crew of horror influencers?
Influencers.
I'm going with Bert and Reba.
Yeah, Reba.
I'd be nerding out.
Nothing to do with. Yeah,
wait. Hang on. Define influencers, because that's becoming a broad statement these days. Are we talking about the people who talk about the skincare regime that nobody asked them about, or just nerds like us?
Horror ones, like people like us.
That's a tough one, because you got the survivalist, but what if there was something different about this that only horror people could predict, Like
a Randy.
Yeah.
From Scream almost.
There, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I just want to hear Bert's stories about like different things. I feel like Bert will be.
This is a complete side tangent. Like, I'm completely, my ADHD is going off the rails with this. But could you imagine if Randy survived Scream 2 and he was still alive? He would most definitely be a horror influencer.
He would.
He initially was supposed to, for part 3, that was going to be the kind of how they brought him back, was he was just going to have been in witness protection program or something. But that seemed far-fetched even for a Scream movie.
Well, actually, the reason they actually fully scrapped it is because they scrapped the idea of, because that's how like people have gone about Matthew Lillard for years. Because Matthew Lillard was technically supposed to be the one pulling the strings in 3, but they scrapped that idea after so many different school shootings, because it was supposed to be him coming back and pulling the strings at the high school. That does kind of relate, though, because with Randy, because Jamie Kennedy actually does appear in a Tremors movie later on. Yeah, he does.
Well, there's like 7 of them. There's the desert version of Sharknado at this point.
Yeah. He comes, he plays in Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, which he comes and basically I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but basically, if I remember correctly, he ends up being Bert's son.
I gotta watch all these now.
Yeah, now, yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
son of a bitch, I'm in.
Because Bert comes back for like the last couple of ones in the Tremors. I've watched all of these, so you're welcome.
I saw when I was looking up yesterday, I was looking up to see how many there were for this. And I saw the box art of the complete collection and stuff. And like, I have no desire to really watch the rest of them, but I saw that box set with the complete collection. And I'm just kind of like, I hate myself because I want to order it now.
Yeah, there's seven in the series. So
damn, that's a lot of Tremors movies.
That is. And they evolve into crazy fucking ways.
I said the desert Sharknado because that one started using time travel, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you rather be in a town overrun with underground monsters or flying ones?
Oh, fuck.
Because this technically is a reference because in later Tremors, the graboids evolve into flying.
Flying ones.
I'm going to underground.
Well, because when my drunk ass stumbles around and falls down, they're going to find me quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to say the flying ones terrify me more. So I'm going to...
Yeah, I'm not going for... no, we're just not doing that. We're just not doing that.
Underground ones, at least I can be like, okay, there are ways that we could go around this. Flying ones, that's when I turn full Ripley, just throw out the flamethrower and be like, shit, like
flying all the way.
Yeah. Well, that's a choice. Would you rather spend a night in Perfection, Nevada, or Camp Crystal Lake?
Crystal Lake.
Yeah, because listen, Jason ain't gonna fuck with you unless you're fucking with him, or you're doing the other side of that.
I feel like I could run faster.
But which Friday the 13th are we talking here? We talk about the rest of them or the first one? Because I ain't afraid no fucking Karen. Not at this point.
Is that her name?
No, but let's face it.
Pamela Voorhees.
Miss Pamela Voorhees was a Karen, just to the fullest degree.
No, they killed her son.
I'm not saying she didn't have a reason to be angry, but the haircut, that's Karen all the way.
Okay, all right.
If her son wasn't dead, I still guarantee that bitch was wanting to see the manager, is all I'm saying.
Listen, if I was in Camp Crystal Lake, all I would be like is, listen, this is way too sketchy. So I am not going to investigate no sounds. I ain't seeing no ghosts. And
if I'm just gets lost, that's too damn bad.
You got reclaimed by nature. The only reason I say that is if Kylie's there, Kylie's the same way. We're both looking at each other like we ain't investigating any noise. We ain't doing any of this shit. We're just trying to stay here.
Dude, when she was here, I had to tell her because I had to save her from a bee. She screamed and scared Raiden. And I had to help Dakota combat a snake.
She did.
My dog was barking at it. And and I realized, so I'm going to have to save Cass if some shit ever goes down. And I told her, if you fall or just anything of the sorts, I'm going to have to let you go.
And what did I tell you?
She said that was fine.
I said that was fine. I said it was acceptable, and I would at least try to slow them down so you get an extra couple minutes.
I think that's a true friend.
Yeah. That's real friendship right there.
But one of us has to survive because someone's got to take care of all these kids.
That's very true. So one of us is making it out.
Yeah.
I would be plot twist though, I would be the one that everyone thinks dies, and then I come back like the stoner from Cabin in the Woods. Like nobody was expecting that to happen.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I just come back and be like, you thought you killed me, but I'm back.
See, that's how you make a good horror movie, like Feast. If you guys ever seen that one,
Yes.
that one's fucking awesome because you don't know what's going to happen. The first guy who comes in, I'm the guy who's going to save your ass. It shows odds of survival pretty fucking good. Gone.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Eric Dane's character. Yeah, he gets killed. He gets that. Feast is a crazy movie. If you ever want to see something similar to Tremors but on steroids, Feast
What is
gives.
this? You
Feast
said Eric Dane, and I'm fucking there.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we found Kylie's Brian Thompson.
There we go. So
You know, yeah.
Cal, paybacks are a bitch, man.
especially
It is.
the fucking
It is
band.
on Tubi, and it is on Fandango at home free, Amazon Prime free.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, there is. And Kylie, I will let you know ahead of time. This movie gives no fucks.
Jason Mewes and Henry Rollins are in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a bunch of people that
And
just
Judah Friedlander, he's a funny guy.
Dude, I remember the biker chick got face fucked by one of those things.
Oh,
It is
He did.
brutal, and that's just the
It's-
first one.
dude,
It's
I don't
bad.
see Eric Dane anywhere in here. You guys are lying to me.
No, I'm not.
I don't see anywhere in this.
It's
All right, I'm
Kylie.
looking up here.
It's only because his character is in there for 5 seconds.
Oh shit!
Spoiler
Is
alert.
it worth a watch
Who
Yes,
is
for the
it is.
5
Eric Dane
seconds
anyways?
to see McSteamy?
Oh, he's multiple man? No shit. I didn't know that. That's who you have a white on for?
I mean, his title of his character is Hero. I mean, him, Patrick Dempsey,
Really? So you were
Scott
double clicking your mouse
Speedman,
to
and they all 3 have been in Grey's Anatomy.
Scott Speedman. Oh, Underworld, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Michael.
Yeah. I'm still shocked at Patrick Dempsey. So you've seen Can't Buy Me Love then, right?
I love Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh God.
I love that movie.
Ronald was a heartbreaker.
He
I'm
was.
I'm just walking away from this conversation.
No.
like,
Oh, you're just happy we're not picking
See?
on you this time.
I was like, see, I wasn't bad for like it's Brian Thompson in the first
Well,
place.
and let's be honest, Kevin Bacon in this movie,
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'd snuggle right up
and
there in this one.
even Fred Ward. Like,
Yeah.
okay. It's so funny that that's Joe Dirt's dad.
See, I remember him from the villain in Naked Gun 33 and a third. He was Rocco Dillon.
Never seen Naked Gun.
He was also he was a dad in Road Trip too. He was the nerd's dad.
Yeah.
He was. Oh my
We've
god.
been coming here for 20 years. We've only been open 8.
Yeah.
So last question. Would you rather live in a town with no Wi-Fi but no monsters, or monster problems and monster clout on horror TikTok?
Oh, Monster Clouds.
No,
Oh.
I'm going with the no Wi-Fi, no monsters.
You know,
I got to think about this one.
I'm just going to say it. I'm going to live with some monsters to have some Wi-Fi. Okay, listen, my kid's pretty aggressive being on Fortnite, and I just don't want to deal with those for the most part, life would be fine, but the Fortnite of it all would catch up to us. So
If I can't do my late night YouTube deep dive rabbit hole stuff, I might as well not even live anymore. So I'm with Cass on this one.
just make sure you live next to Bert. You got extra ammo. So well, we're gonna go ahead and move on. So to briefly summarize the movie, this movie is set in an isolated town of Perfection, Nevada. You have a group of locals: Bert, Valentine, Reba's character, just so many different, the grocery store clerk, just so many different people that are just like ragtag, kind of the kid who cries wolf.
Yeah.
He was in Night of the Demons too, as well.
Yes, he was. But it's just everyone, kind of your small town, like everyone just shooting the shit, and they don't realize that like people are missing in this town. They're just like they're getting picked off left and right, and people are like not really noticing it. And when they notice it, it's kind of too late because they're like the last group left. But they're getting picked off by mysterious monsters, and they kind of have to fight their way for survival and trying to make it out. And Valentine is trying to make it out with his girlfriend, the college student, I think she was, from the local university that was like doing
I think
seismologist. Yeah. So this is kind of your group of people that would be like, fuck this shit, I'm out, but kind of got stuck not being able to get out and just kind of has to make the best of what they can do. So
I think it was a fairly smart group of people. And, people give doomsday preppers such a bad rep, but I'm sorry. Anytime shit goes down, they always come in clutch. Every time.
They really do. So there's just so many different components of this movie that just make everything. The one that stuck out to me the most this time was the fishing part, where they're taking the bombs and they're like fishing for the graboids to like kill them with the bombs. And I was like, that's a dad thing to do. Like,
it's wholesome.
Like, yeah, very wholesome. So Brewster, before we get started into some of these scenes, Kylie and I were talking about this the other day.
Okay.
Because I was rewatching Tremors to get ready for this episode. And I said one of the things that kind of stuck out to me about this movie that I think doesn't get credited enough is when the little the teenager that's like driving everyone crazy, he pulls that prank with the graboid, makes it look like he's getting bit or whatever, and then freaks everyone out. When he when he actually does get attacked by one of them, even though they think he's like pulling their leg, they still go out to investigate it. He was like, listen, I'm about to just like go beat the crap out of this kid at this point. But he still was like, I got to do something. That made me feel better about this movie for some reason. I was like, see, he went and checked. He made sure. He verified.
Right.
So
it's
at least
total Boy Who Cried Wolf vibes.
Yes. Yeah. And most people,
it's giving Charlie Brewster vibes.
Very Charlie Brewster vibes.
Fair enough.
Very.
I can see that.
So, for both of you, out of the pair, who do you like better, Earl or Valentine?
Well, I thought Earl and Valentine was a lot like us.
Yeah, I see that. That's what I was thinking too.
I'm Val, you're Earl.
I can see that 100%.
Valentine, I'm Kevin Bacon all the way.
Yeah. I could definitely see me being like the Fred of Kylie and I, like Kylie being Val and me being Fred. I could see that, where I'm the one that's like, you should talk to that person. And Kylie looking over at me and being like, yeah, and you should shut the fuck up.
Because not Valentine. What the fuck was his name? I just forgot. Fred?
Earl.
Okay. He definitely had that fatherly vibe to him. Like rough and gruff. You're a pain in my ass, but I'm gonna help you out as much as I can type of vibe. That's Cass all the way. Don't mess with her baby cubs kind of thing. And Kylie does have that, bro.
Like mad scientist level, like lurking behind genius, where people don't realize how much of a genius she is until she shows you. Because that whole thing with the tremor, the graboid, when he makes it run to the side of the cliff and he like jumps out of the way, I was like, that's totally some Kylie shit. She would literally be like, she'd be like, I got a plan, and then just take off. And like, I'd be the one chasing behind her and be like, what do you mean you got a plan?
Well, I like to keep my secret genius in my back pocket, and I don't pull it out unless it's time to pull it out,
She keeps it back there because she forgets she put it back there.
That is a fucking fact.
That is so
It takes me minutes for my brain to load.
I would be the one.
No, this happened earlier. Me and Cass were in a conversation, and I'm not going to say what the actual dots that I connected, okay? But it's Hell House related. I'm sorry, guys. You're going to be hearing me talk about Hell House.
No, you're fine.
At least until Lineage comes out and I've seen it. But I've connected some dots, okay, from seeing this brief clip today, and I've seen it, but just it hit me different this time. And I messaged Cass and told her what I think is going to go on, and it was kind of like.
And when she first put it, I was like, what do you mean you connected the dots? Because I had just sent her a picture of me getting ready for the episode with like under eye masks on. And I'm like, what do you mean you connected the dots? What do you mean? I have dots on my face? I was getting so self-conscious. And then she dropped it. I was like, wait a minute. What? And then I read it. I was like, she kind of cooked with that comment.
You know what I was doing at the time too? I was feeding Raiden. Like I was feeding him baby footies in his high chair. And yeah.
It was just, but Kylie is, and I would definitely be Earl, and I would be the one where he looks over at Valentine after that whole thing and be like, that worked out. Worked out.
I'm guessing I'm the kid who annoys the piss out of everybody.
I would say
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
I would say, all right, we are back after a brief cinematic break. But we are talking about different characters. We were trying to figure out Brewster's. I think Brewster would be Bert.
I disagree.
Yeah. Like,
really?
I feel like he would be like if Valentine and Bert had a baby, that'd be Brewster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think he would be?
I'd be the kid who annoys the piss out of everybody.
Yeah.
Better than the grocery store man that gets eaten.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Who played, wasn't he the guy from Big Trouble in Little China?
Yep.
And Golden Child and Three Ninjas?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, he was.
Probably some other shit.
Probably, there's a lot of like, just interconnected, like when they say truly 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, they mean it.
They
mean it.
They mean it.
It's truly like
wholeheartedly.
This movie is a proof of that, because like then these people all somehow find their way to be interconnected with him again at some point, and it's just kind of crazy. So what's your favorite scene in this movie?
Kylie, do you want to go first?
This is like one of my favorites, since I think it's kind of morbid when they find the dead guy up on the electric or whatever that, I don't remember what it was. I thought that was kind of the pole. Yeah, because they're like just talking shit, Val is, and he climbs up there and dude's dead to the world. It's kind of morbid.
I don't know if we were recording when I mentioned this before, but repeated. When Bert and Reba are in the basement fighting off that thing, and they're like the first ones to really kill one.
Yeah.
That's always been my favorite because, like I said, as a kid, it reminded me of the NES video game Contra. You just keep firing bullets into the giant boss monsters, waiting for it to explode. And rewatching it as an adult, and as we discussed before, that's the father from Family Ties and fucking Reba McEntire. It's just even hilarious. It's more funny. You know?
Yeah, I think that's so. My favorite part, first of all, just personal favorite, when Val and Earl, when really the shit hits the fan, and they probably have the best crash out in cinematic history, where Kevin Bacon's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he just literally like he's losing his shit. And I was just like, some days I'm Earl, other days I'm Kevin Bacon, like fully just in a corner, like, what the fuck is going on, man? And so I just think that that's the funniest part. But I love the fishing part. That was one that stuck out to me this time, like the fishing with the bombs. I just feel like there's something wholesome, like that, you could see Bert years later being like, in order to save ourselves from the graboids, we fished with bombs. Like, and that's grandkids, how we survived the great Tremors attack of 1990. Like, I just feel like that's such a funny moment. But like that whole, I would absolutely have to say though, like top part of the movie is when they're in the town and the graboid is surrounding them and they have to go up on the rooftops and different things, but you see it, and then it's got the different elements of like the buildings being sunken and then like all of that. Like, I just think those are such cool visuals. But I mean, this whole movie is just kind of off the chain. Like, there's something so deeply nostalgic. Like, for some reason, my heart holds this movie in the same place as Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
But this is like the non-serious Volcano. Like, this is Volcano with a little sass.
Yeah.
And Tommy Lee Jones just was not playing that shit.
No.
In Volcano. So, but this movie is just hilarious. I wish that we got more Val and Bert in the future.
The rest of them came direct to DVD or direct to video, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah.
And kind of like under Kevin Bacon's pay grade, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah, because Kevin Bacon like really pops off after this.
Yeah.
And listen, he's Kevin fucking Bacon. Like, and I will say, and this is something I will go down to the grave saying, Kevin Bacon is one of those actors, though, that like, as much as people like give him shit for different things, he has always been like, yeah, I did horror movies. I still do horror stuff.
He still does, yeah.
Yeah, and he's very like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. And I follow him, and there are a lot of times where I think he flies under the radar, but he's really out there just like supporting other people.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a post he made, like, where he was shouting out Keke Palmer and SZA for that movie that they came out with. And Just One of Those Days, that's the movie. And he was like, you guys got to go see this. Like, but he's very much one that like supports people. So, and it kind of breaks my heart because, he did just have that show, The Bondsman. And I think I was on here before saying that I really enjoyed it and it got canceled.
Yeah. So was that good? Because I got to check that out.
It was fantastic. And I was just so like, it was kind of like what you wanted from early Supernatural.
Yeah.
And you could see that it was going to keep, and I was just so mad that got fuzzled out.
I'm not playing in my phone. I'm looking something up here as we talk about Kevin Bacon, because if you count Hollow Man, I've got, just off the top of my head and what I just looked up on here, he's got 7 horror movies under his belt, and people forget he was in the first Friday the 13th.
He was, and he is also the most notorious because he is the one that dies from the Tom Savini trick that got invented, the one where the machete went up through the bed.
Yeah.
That Tom Savini created that. He was the one that had that death. But he also, incredibly, and a lot of people sleep on this, had a fantastic show called The Following on Fox a while back. That was about
that a little bit.
Yeah, and it was about him being an FBI profiler.
Okay.
And his ex-wife got hooked up with a cult leader, and he was trying to take down the cult. And
did you guys see? I'm sure you guys probably have seen Stir of Echoes.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. That's such a good movie.
The chick from Criminal Intent, Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Well, and listen, him and Kira Sedgwick I just love them.
They are married, right? I keep forgetting about it. They really keep a low profile, don't they?
They keep a super low profile, and they're just very like, I don't give a fuck. Like, he's very much like, this is my wife. You guys should know that by now. I don't need to prove anything. I'm just chilling out.
So what I like about the two of them is that, and this is usually gets me in trouble sometimes, but I don't know what their political affiliation is, which means they just go out, they do their thing, and they go home. You know what I mean? There's too much politics in anything, and that's the thing. I don't know about them. I don't want to know, but that's why I don't. They talk about other stuff, and they really just keep to themselves, do their thing. And that's fucking awesome.
Well, and Kevin Bacon was just in Maxine last summer.
Yeah.
And he had that whole role. He was in that short-lived movie that was on Peacock, They Them.
That was really good.
Yeah, and he specifically his philosophy, which I really like, and I've heard him talk about, is he takes a project because he loves it, not because he thinks it's going to make him money or anything like that. He just if he believes in something, he just kind of goes for it.
Well, I think you can kind of do that when you're Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, too, he's kind of had the good fortune of being in a lot of things early on that, I mean, because realistically, nobody looked at Friday the 13th when it first came out and thought this was going to be a big hit.
Right.
So, I mean, nobody looked at this movie and thought, hey, we're going to be talking about it 35 years later.
I just lost my train of thought. When he was going to cameo, or not cameo, when he was going to be that Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, they did an article. Yeah, they did an article or interview with him about it, and he's just talking about how he just likes to have fun, and he's all about poking fun at himself, which is a lot of what the episode does. And he really just owns in that episode, or that short film, whatever you want to call it, the special, and he's just having fun with it, poking at himself, and he just seems like a dude. How did this go from Tremors to sucking off Kevin Bacon throughout the whole episode? I think we're all kind of man-crushing.
Well, because he really, his performance does, like his, and then Fred's performance as Earl in this does, along with Bert's character and Reba McEntire as his wife. Like, those are standout characters. Reba McEntire. So, and the same thing with Reba. If you ask Reba about Tremors, she'd probably be like, yeah, I had a great time. Like, she just owns it. Like,
she does. She really does.
She's like, I don't care. I got to have fun.
This is why I go with the Sharknado comparison, because they made it for it's like movies like Sharknado and Wolf Cop and stuff. They know what the premise is. It's insane, but they're just going into it just to have a good time. I mean, there's a lot of companies that I love that make B movies like this, but these are like one things that say like this will just be fun to shoot. You know, we're not really trying to be a B movie. We just want to get a bunch of these people together and have a good time doing this crazy premise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that is kind of, you know, the magic of movies and horror movies. You know what I mean? Just making, even doesn't matter how ridiculous it sounds, but just making a movie and having fun with it. You know what I mean?
And if you have a good time working with the people you're working with, it's going to overflow into the movie.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's like the true testament, and that's why I think we do talk about Tremors a lot, is because you could kind of genuinely tell, even like from a lot of the behind the scenes stills, and like when Tremors has been brought up different times with these different, you know, actors and actresses, they just loved the movie. They just loved the experience of all getting to work together. It was kind of like that kind of fun, like almost summer camp experience. And so I think that's really is the magic of sometimes, because listen, I'm not if you come and you say I'm making a fun, like B movie, horror movie that's funny, but still like has a good premise, I'm going to say, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, you know, I don't care. Like, you know, I'm not a big Megan person, but I'm about to watch Megan 2 because I just think it's kind of funny and almost like a meta joke that it's her facing another robot and trying to like beat the shit out of each other.
It's a different genre than the first one, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a different one. So do I think that Blumhouse should have done that? No, but like, whatever, I'm going to enjoy it. So I think there are just those movies that you have that are just there's a reason why they're like a classic. Like nobody's looking at the first Mortal Kombat movie, like the one from the 90s, and saying, man, that was peak cinematic masterpiece. No, we're all like, it's playing in a loop in our head because for the first time, like kids growing up in the 90s could actually see the characters on screen, and we were all excited for them to beat the shit out of each other and have Mortal Kombat playing in the background. Like,
don't forget that theme music, man. That's
dude. The do. I know, lives rent free in my head, Brewster. Okay.
I think it's gonna live in all of our heads after this one.
Yeah, it does. So, but yeah, I mean, without movies like Tremors, there would not be bigger movies that could run. So Tremors walked so other movies could run, and that's just my belief. So, and Kevin Bacon, I'm sorry, we're not obsessed with you, but at the same time, you can't blame us because you're kind of.
You can't blame us. Yeah,
you're kind of cool.
There's a movie he's in, and people are always surprised I like it, probably because it's not horror related. But it came out like I think the mid '90s. It's called Sleepers. Have either of you seen that movie?
Yep.
Oh my god, it's a fucking amazing movie.
Yep.
And freaky ass premise for sure, but it's so fucking good. And he
with
crushes that shit.
Yeah, with oh my gosh, you know who I'm talking about.
Well, there's Brad Pitt.
It's
Michael Patrick.
There's a bunch of just random people.
De Niro, Pacino. Who's the other? What's the chick's name?
I don't know. We're gonna fact check it.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
So, but while we're fact checking,
Minnie Driver.
There we go. So let's go ahead and roll into ending our Tremors. So, in one word, summing everything up, what would you say about Tremors?
One word?
One word?
One word, or maybe even one sentence.
I can do one sentence.
Mother Humpers. Those Mother Humpers.
I want to say Kevin Bacon's fuck you, but I can't do that. Yeah, it's a blast and a half. I mean, it's just a lot of good.
Yeah.
It's just fun to go back and rewatch that nostalgia shit. It's a strange premise, which is definitely B movie standards these days, but got released into theaters back in the 90s. You know, and it holds up for me. Like I said, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I didn't hate having to rewatch it. It wasn't like I was rewatching and thinking, boy, this sucks.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would say underground demons. Fuck you,
Dude, I
underground
was
demons.
scared. Okay, so like I have been doing a lot of learning about snakes recently and identifying them. And I go out to my creek every day, and like I call it a snake sweep just to see if there are any, and if so, what are they? Which is really huge for me because I don't like them, and I've had a huge fear of them since seeing Anaconda as a child with my dad.
Mm.
But I'm even to the point I am now afraid just walking outside that now a snake or a tremor is going to just come up out of the ground. Yeah.
I think
Well,
Tremors
just
holds
keep-
up better than Anaconda.
What?
That's I don't know about that take, Brewster.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta go back and rewatch it. I mean, because that's another one that has like a lot of big names in it.
Yeah.
So I think Anaconda holds up a little bit. I feel like they both hold up. I feel like Anaconda, though, the reason why it holds up more is because Jon Voight's performance as like the
Yep.
crazy captain.
Mhm.
He is more of the villain than the snakes
The actual,
are.
yeah.
True.
The snake's
And
just being a snake and doing what snakes do.
True.
and it's one of the movies that I truly actually enjoy Jennifer Lopez in.
Yeah.
So and she's kind of like really fallen off since then. So we're holding on to that 90s, early 2000s J-Lo. So
Yeah.
we'll take the hits where we can. So
Don't forget Eric Stoltz and Owen Wilson too.
oh, yep.
Yep.
So
Ice Cube.
And Ice Cube.
More Ice Cube and horror. We advocate this
Yep.
all the time.
Yep.
So please do it. So we're going to go ahead and roll into our favorite really what's on our mind in horror this week. While we're doing so, I'm going to go ahead and put the ticker down below. If you can read the ticker going past here, it's telling you to check us out on the Hellzone. The link will be in the description. We are trying, Kylie's been really knocking it out of the park with certain videos, talking about Hell House. If you have questions or curious about somebody breaking Hell House down for you, Kylie is your girl. I have some videos that are coming up for Hellzone as well. So there's there's daily content being pumped over there, live streams all the time. It's just a fun, cool place, and we like our Hell family. We love them. So please check them down and below. Go back to our previous episode, Freddy versus Jason, that has all of their all of their like tags for social media. We'll try to post them down below, along with our LJ just got added to the Hell fam. So
yes,
we're super excited about that. So we'll go ahead and feature him down below, and he's pretty freaking cool as well. So we're all fabulous over there. So go check us out. But Kylie, do you want to take it first?
My favorite thing in horror this week?
Or what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? I am getting really excited about the movie Weapons coming out next month.
Hell yeah.
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 I'm getting really excited about that. I think it's going to be good. It looks very creepy. And I love when horror and true crime go together. Yeah. It's my jam. It's my favorite. So I'm really excited to see that.
Well, it's got Josh Brolin too. I love that dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited for it as well. I think it's going to be hella, and I love that they're just trying to keep things as blind as possible with stuff. I think that's a great sign. So, Brewster, what about you?
I'm actually very interested in to see what's going to happen with this new I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
We recently, our Hell family today, Cody from the Hellzone, he loves, that is his, like, his movie is I Know What You Did Last Summer, and he sent us a clip that they released in front of, obviously, coming out of Friday.
Yeah.
And this fisherman does not look like he's playing grab.
Nice.
Nope.
So I think it's going to be, like, it looks pretty, like, even I was like, damn.
I own all
It's
three of them in a
just-
3-pack. I'm not going to
Yeah.
take off my funds to go get it, but the second one, I mean,
I love the second one because of Brandy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeffrey Combs too. We all love Jeffrey Combs. I mean, he's
Yeah.
like the sweetest man alive. But the third one, I actually didn't hate for its own movie. I mean, it
No,
ties,
I didn't.
loosely into the other two, but it was still a fun watch. I like those cheesy direct-to-DVD things there, I mean.
Yeah.
But I have fond memories of the first one. Good cast. I'm curious as to see what they're going to do with this one. And I don't want to know if you know, so don't tell me, but I'm curious and trying to figure out if it's like a remake or requel or sequel or whatever. So shush, I'll wait till I see it on Monday.
Yeah. Let us know if you like it or not.
I'll message you.
I definitely, I think I'm probably going to try to go see it just because I love I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it was just something that I was like, whatever, I'll catch it when it, but now that I've seen different things and I've heard like interviews with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., I'm like, you know what? They might have something here. So
I like him too. He seems like a sport,
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of like a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
to horror. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
there's so
'cause-
much like with Scream, like it's just a breath of fresh air.
Well, and I feel like it's an easier one to conceptualize that things would happen because their characters both made it out, but also too, like the fisherman is kind of it's a person underneath that's like acting out on vengeance against these people. So like anybody could become him again to like really go in further with things. And I think we're also coming off of, Final Destination Bloodlines, and that did a really good job at like putting everything together. So, and I know for me, like what I'm about to talk about kind of plays into it, but like Alien Earth comes out August 12th, and
I'm making a new Alien already?
It's the Alien TV series.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And it looks I saw some previews. I've been excited for it, but it comes out August 12th. It looks really good, and it's supposed to be in the same universe that they set up with Romulus, and there's even hints that they're connecting it to the new Predators movie. There's been rumors about that, but it just looks really good, and it kind of keeps along with the same idea of we fucked with things we shouldn't have fucked with. Now we're kind of paying the consequences, because it looks like they're sending a group up to like collect specimens, and the aliens are one of them, but there are other races that they're collecting with them. So that's why people are thinking that that's going to tie in with the Predatorverse as well. But I think it's just a good time, because we did get a burnout there for a while, because it seemed like they were just re-slapping everything together and rolling it out and doing a remake or a sequel, and nothing that really, because I think there are movies you can come back to. Most definitely. Alien, like the aliens don't, like they die, but they keep coming back, because like if one of them makes them out, like you could have a whole new colony in like a week. Like, so, I mean, it's more conceptualized that something like that could happen. So I'm just excited, because I think a lot of this is a breath of fresh air, and there have just been some terrible horror movies this year that we started out the year with. So I'm just looking forward to it. And listen, after all the really messed up ones that we had this back half of the year, I want nobody to say shit about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, because my kid is super excited for it, and it can't be half as bad as the shit that we've gotten back here.
I like the first one. I own it on Blu-ray. I still prefer Willy's Wonderland.
I do too, but I feel like people have to remember that this is a series that was made to be geared towards teenagers. Like this is one that continues to be. And I think they're smart. I mean, this new one's going to have Skeet Ulrich in it. My kid, who's not a big horror fan, watched the trailer and was on some Kylie like level genius shits with like, Mom, they're showing this, which means this person's coming out, which means this character. And then I told him about Skeet Ulrich's character, and he was like, oh my gosh, Mom, you know what timeline that means they're going to be on? And he got so excited and was just like explaining all of it. And that's got him into like more horror. So, I mean, he was watching a Scream clip the other day, which was kind of disconcerting. Like, I never thought that would happen, but I was like walking in and he's just watching Ghostface. And I was like, he was like, well, I heard that it was kind of related to Five Nights at Freddy's, so I thought I would watch a clip. Okay. All right. But we need those kind of movies. It's kind of like Clown in the Cornfield. Everyone wanted that to be rated R. It's not going to be like, we need we need teen geared. Like, not all of us started out watching, Freddy right off the rip. Like, we needed some movies to ease in first before we got into others. So, but listen, the shit in this beginning half was kind of foul. So anything coming forward, we're just gonna be excited about.
Hey,
we're all gonna be in
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, fuck. I mean, I was already looking forward to it because I love this shit, but the stinkers we've had at the beginning of the year have got me really excited for Bambi the Reckoning next week.
Yeah, that looks. I'm there for it.
Dude, I loved Blood and Honey Part 2. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I did too.
I did too. And like people talk so much shit about it. I enjoyed it.
First one was garbage for sure. I'm sorry. Even by my standards, I hated it. But I still went and saw the rest because it's horror related. I'm going to go. And Blood and Honey 2, dude, I cannot wait to see what happens with the Pooniverse Monsters Assemble. I mean, or the Twisted Childhood Universe, as they're calling it. I am on board.
Yeah, I feel like that's just... Again, everything's going to come back at some point. They're going to put a horror spin on something somewhere because we found out that that's a profitable thing to do.
Oh, because people like their childhoods being distorted.
Exactly. 100%.
I really want to see that Peter Pan one. I've heard very good things about it.
More psychological horror than what Blood and Honey 2 was.
I feel like that it would need to be, because really, like, the story of Peter Pan can kind of be a mind fuck, let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
I need to watch it.
I truly, like, that's the, going back to Five Nights at Freddy, that's kind of the difference between Five Nights at Freddy and Willy's Wonderland. Willy's Wonderland, their story was about all of the people that were in there being serial killers and using that as a hunting ground. FNAF, it's a guy that steals the souls of children. So,
but Wonderland has Nicolas Cage, and he doesn't say one line of dialogue in the movie, and he's just awesome.
I mean, listen, I'm a Willy's Wonderland defender.
He doesn't talk the whole movie.
He doesn't say one word. He'll grunt, when he's fighting and stuff like that.
It's so good, though, Kylie. You would
awesome.
like it.
It's on Hulu. Last I checked. I mean, I own it, but
I own it. It's in our Hulu.
Okay.
So,
it's
Kylie,
so good.
Kylie would enjoy it, but I mean, like, if you want a horror version, a more adult version, Willy's Wonderland exists for a reason. Like, that movie is the horror, like, the more amped up, obviously, for its demographic. I don't know. I just have especially too, because Jim Henson's the one that made all of that. Like, he already kind of fucked up some of our childhoods by doing the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and doing the puppets and that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I just think there's going to be a lot of good movies. Black Phone 2, a lot of people were like, we don't need. And then they're showing the stuff for that. And I was like, damn, that really got me hooked in. So I just think we're in for a good year. I think Hell House is coming out at a good time. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, it's pushing us into the, last bit of the year. And we'll get into spooky season and stuff. And we'll be locked and loaded. We're going to get Tarman back for Christmas. Return of the Living Dead.
Christmas time?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, they're making it Christmas themed. So And I'm super excited. So I think it's just a good time to be a horror fan. So everybody, let's enjoy it and not spoil it for other people. So, because Kylie and I were about to square up with a lot of you for ruining Final Destination before we got a chance to see it.
Yeah, like Tony Todd's part, like you could have spoiled any other part of the movie, but that, like, come on.
At least give us a warning if you're going to do it. Like, spoiler warning. Don't just be flying things out there, because some of us don't have the opportunity to go into the movie theater all the time. We got to wait at home.
I know, like I'm literally going to be traveling an hour and 42 minutes away from my house to go see Lineage, because usually I would wait to see it, but I'm sorry, that movie's not getting ruined for me. It's not getting spoiled. It's just not happening. And
It's your Super Bowl.
It's great. It is. It's my Super Bowl. It's my Super Bowl. And, you know, to be able to go and see it in movie theaters, it's a very big thing. It's an independent film. It's not in a whole lot of movie theaters. That's why I'm having to travel, you know, so far to go see it. There's even limited tickets. It's not going to be even in theaters long. Like the movie theater I'm seeing it at, it's only there for like 2 nights, I think. So yeah, this is not getting ruined for me.
No,
Nope.
no, nor should it. So I think we just need to be kinder as horror fans, okay? This is from your spooky moms. Just listen to us. We're saying this with love, okay?
We can't always go see a movie.
Yeah, we can't. I pay to buy the movie when it comes out. So if I'm doing that, please just, it's a luxury. Let me be able to enjoy it, because it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
Like even my child, who is more well-adjusted than most kids on the spectrum, it is hard for him to be in a movie theater. So Lilo and Stitch was probably the first one that I've had him stay still for a while. And even that was kind of a stretch. So it's just easier to watch movies that way. So coming from the person that's also going to be dropping $30 at the end of the week so we can watch How to Train Your Dragon together, because I want to see that with him. But yeah, I mean, you know, we all get our experiences different ways. If I could be in the movie theater all the time, I would. But that's just something that I cannot do. So be kinder to each other. Let's just do it. To quote, you know, High School Musical, we're all in this together. Yeah.
Brewster's like, what?
Brewster's like, get me the fuck out of here from the
No. I agree with everything you're saying, and I won't spoil any of the movies for you ladies, but I am going to talk shit to you in the group chat, because that's how I show I love you. So
okay. As you should. So but
you know, especially after last week, you know, again, I'm sorry you ladies felt I was mad at you. I was just doing my thing.
No, you know, you go missing. If you go missing, Brewster, we gotta really, you know, we can't, you're part of the boat, so we can't leave you behind.
I'll be sure next time to send you a video of me giving you the bird or something, so at least you know I'm still there thinking of you ladies.
We appreciate it. So but thank you for listening, everybody. Check out the description down below for all the goodies that we were talking about, and we will see you in the next episode, or we'll see you over at the Hellzone. But until next time, it's me, Cass, and
Kylie,
and
Brewster,
and we are the Horrorcraft Podcast for tonight, and we're saying bye and stay spooky.